The death is announced of Mary Magdalene Alexander, also known as Selina Alexander or Merciai, who passed away on Friday, July 13, 2012, at her daughter's residence, 24 Deleu Street, Soufrière, at the age of 86 years. She was a member of the Soufrière Mothers Group and the Lazarus Burial Fund and St. Isidore Confraternity. Left to mourn, 2 sons, Earl Alexander, also known as Bones, of Brampton, Canada, Godfrey Alexander of Frankfurt, Germany. 4 daughters, Joyce Alexander of Martinique, Joan Alexander, employee of the Soufrière Sub-Collector's Office, Eudoxia Alexander, employee of Courts V4 Credit Department, Dionysia Alexander of Toronto, Canada, 1 stepson, Lambert Justin and family of Brooklyn, New York. 15 grandchildren. Elton Alexander, also known as Pengs, mortar specialist in the British Army, based in Canterbury, Kent. Aaron Alexander, jeweler of Soufrière. Kizzy Nicholas of First Caribbean Bank, Soufrière branch. Tabari Alexander, nursing student in Cuba. Anik Joseph, accounts manager, SFVC, Houston, Texas. Daryl Alexander of Alfred's Electrical Castries. Nadine Alexander of France. Leonard Alexander, private first class in the U.S. Army, based in El Paso, Texas. Juan Alexander, specialist in the U.S. Army, based in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Murphy Hippolyte, also known as World's Boss of Soufrière, also her caretaker. Craig Coe, Nikolai Alexander, Alex and Emily Henry, all students of Toronto, Canada. Jasmine Alexander of Frankfurt, Germany. 1 adopted son, Ali Nogis, Lance Corporal in the British Army based in England. 17 great-grandchildren, Logan, Megan, and Nathan Joseph of Katy, Texas. Janelle Alexander of Pavey Road, Castries. Carissa, Christina, Sherwin, and Shirley Picard of France. Summer Rain Alexander of Hawaii. Shane Alexander of St. Croix, USVI. Jasmine Alexander of Brooklyn, New York. Keishon and Kenyon Pinnell of Soufrière. Joquan and Kieran Alexander of Soufrière. Jordan Mathre and Aubrey Bisley of Colorado. 1 brother, Charles Mitchell, also known as Vaughn of Maryland, USA. 2 nieces, Minerva Mitchell and family, Desiree Mitchell and family of Maryland, USA. 3 nephews, Danley Mitchell and family of Brooklyn, New York. John Mitchell and family of Maryland, USA. Moses Mitchell and family of Miami, USA. 2 daughters-in-law, Flora Alexander of Canada, Jacqueline Alexander of Germany. 5 godchildren, Linda Fauché of Martinique, Titus Alcindor of Palmas area, Soufrière, Sharon Marshall of Soufrière, Claudia Jude of Soufrière, Kirian Fassois of St. Martin. Close family, Deacon Bonaparte of Smith Street, Soufrière, Murdigid Harry and the Nicholas family of Barons Drive, Soufrière. The Alcindor family of Palmas. Caretakers, Prisca Leo, employee of Airline Foods. Duchess Marshall of Deleu Street. Jacqueline Jha of Boulevard Street. Special friends, Mrs. Lister Bonaparte of Smith Street, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence Henry of Palmas Road, Soufrière, Mrs. Hermina St. Hill of Smith Street, Mrs. Bernadette Bob and family of Soufriere, Thomas Haynes and family of Castries, other relatives and friends including Superintendent Victor Koo of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, Murphy Hippolyte and family of Riverdure, Choiseul, Melinda Silvestri of Bay Street, Soufriere, Francis Augustin, also known as Aput, of Lucilec, Soufriere, Margaret Fassois and family of Soufriere. The funeral service of the late Mary Magdeline Alexander, also known as Selina Alexander or Merciai, will be held on Thursday, August 2nd, 2012, at the Lady of the Assumption Catholic Church, Soufriere at 3 p.m. The body will be laid to rest at the Soufriere Cemetery. The body now lies at the Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, V4.